On. Here we go.
And
Week 7.
we are live. Week 7. We're still doing it, Silence.
I know.
Despite the
Woo.
curse of week 5 and week 6, here we are, week 7. Oh,
We made it past the week 6 curse, so I think from now it's all smooth sailing.
oh, I can't wait. Oh, I love it when it's smooth sailing. Everything's going right with the test runs. The vault treasury
Oh,
is
it did.
looking nice and hefty. Things are looking good.
Oh yeah, they are.
Mm.
So what's new?
Oh man, I needed to take a break from everything, man. I basically took a little what's turning into a 5 day long vacation now. After the BS that went down on Saturday for me. I need to get some W's under my belt. Got way too many
Mm.
L's.
It's gonna come. Just keep grinding.
Right. That was so depressing, dude. Is that something we could talk about on stream?
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not. Oh man, I've never had such an awful dating app experience in my life until Saturday night. Oh god, it was
So
soul
I
breaking.
guess I guess the bottom line here is from your experience in the last 2 weeks. First start, dating in the NFT space.
Hmm.
Start interacting with crypto chicks.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's great knowing that there's a lot of cool crypto chicks out there, and then you
Hmm.
realize, oh, they all live in Brazil and Europe and all these other cool places. Like, oh, that's it's just something you accept, and it's fine. It's just the way nature of the game, the way of life. But then you go on the dating apps, whip that back up, do a few swipes, have a couple matches. You're like, all right, things are looking good. Zone in on one, make a great plans for the weekend, and boom, you're sitting in front of the address she gave you for 45 minutes straight and zero responses. You're like, are you serious?
Uh,
Oh, here I am with all these goodies for a great date night, and instead we do the drive of shame back home. Mm, heartbreaking, man. Hold your
time is,
loved ones close, hold them dear.
yeah, time is gonna come.
Time eventually, yes. But it's just so soul crushing. Oh man.
Uh,
So yeah, recovering from that and everything else, but we're getting back at it.
so,
Okay, I don't need your shit right now, Nibor. Telling me I should have shown her my Solana wallet. I was working towards it. Anyways,
so how do you feel about the Solana space? I feel like so much happened in the last 2 weeks. We had this Solana monkey business mint. Seemed like it was pushing the Solana price, and I think, yeah, it went really well for them.
mm-hmm.
And then they started revealing, and we had another Solana pump due to the SEC decision or rumors more so
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
about Solana turning security. I don't know anything about that stuff, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Solana pumped and SMB tanked. So,
Yeah.
so I think some people were kind of getting like the vibe of like, hey, maybe this is Solana Summer number 2 or part 2, and if that was Solana Summer part 2, it was even shorter than part 1. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of things happening all at once. I mean, that SEC case against XRP was pretty huge.
Mm,
XRP and Ripple, they basically made the
mm,
case that we shouldn't be treating XRP like a security. We should be treating it like a commodity, like Bitcoin's currently treated
mm,
as. And Solana very much has that case where they can make the case that, like, well, it's Solana. It's used to run and use the Solana blockchain.
mm,
So things are looking good for Solana in that case, since precedents will be set with the XRP case. But also, obviously, if there's anything huge and active going on, like the SMB mint, it's going to
mm.
naturally pump up the price of Solana. Um, I don't know. I always just do slow drip in and slow drip out. I was really glad to see it hit $30 per token at like 2 a.m.
Mm.
sometime last week.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't. It's definitely gonna come back at some point. Not sure when. This could have just been a little bit of a glimpse of it. But yeah, I think the next bull run's gonna have to be just a lot of real people getting into crypto for the first time. And I think
Mm,
we're gonna slowly see that happen, especially once prices do take off again. Everyone and their
yeah.
mother will be FOMOing in.
Yeah. So what role do you think is SMB gonna play when it comes to that bull run?
I think just establishing networks. So yeah, I did get into SMB, checked out, and I really like how they organize a lot of their stuff. But honestly, a lot of it's just going to be networking, cool projects, whoever can tie the NFT crypto space to real world assets and playing
Mm,
along with all those that new asset class. I think that's probably going to be the catalyst for the next run. I'm not sure if NFT PFP projects are going to be the next wave, but you know, tokenized RWAs, I think, will probably be the future of it. But we'll see.
mm, yeah.
We never know what the meta is going to be.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, all I gotta say about SMB is, I mean, I said it multiple times before, like I'm not really into NFTs anymore, and um, there is something about SMB because, I think it was like the first when I went Solana from coming from Ethereum, and I discovered KFS, obviously, and you look, okay, what is the current like number one project in the space? I'm pretty sure it was, and yeah, monkey business at the time, and I mean, it was so incredibly expensive. I could only dream of having a monkey, and I
Hmm.
can definitely feel that tingle in my finger. And I mean, I did buy one of those barrels, right? I
Hmm.
opened it and I had like a decent one in there, like really good looking actually, really like the looks of it. To a point where I was like, I should maybe keep it, but I put it pretty overpriced on the market, and someone really seemed to have liked it too because it sold for like a really nice price.
Hmm.
But then I find myself still looking at like Magic Eden, and I'm going through the monkeys and I'm seeing them at 15 Sol, and I'm like, should I just buy one for PFP? And then I'm like,
Hmm.
justify it, but I can definitely
Yeah.
tell there's still like this sort of like, childhood, not childhood, but like,
Yeah. Like,
crypto childhood dream of like,
mhm.
having a monkey would be kind of cool. So,
Yeah, it's being part of the cool kids. You know?
hmm hmm
Yeah, I mean, it definitely. I mean, it's just the nature of the people and the way they're definitely more professional, definitely more business oriented, more higher minded, original thinkers and innovators in the space. So I mean, if they're sitting only at 15 soul each, 10 soul each, it's probably worth it just to get into the Discord. Um, I spent a little bit of time in there. They have a not tax advice channel that I was chit chatting in, and just being able to pick the brains of some of these super geniuses, I think, pays for itself. Like, but
yeah,
it's hard to
I
say.
haven't given, I really haven't given up on it. I'm still watching it, but I kind of feel like it's sort of a gateway drug to like, get more exposure for NFTs again, and then it's gonna suck me in again, and I'm
Hmm.
wasting too much time, and so,
Yeah, I know
yeah,
that feel. Yeah, I don't do much. I don't really do NFT grinding anymore for
yeah,
that whole thing, but more building projects up. But it's
mm,
like a whole different ball game when you're on the developing projects on the other side of things. I don't
yeah,
know. It's hard to say. Sometimes you are tempted to just be like, you know what? I could just make a freaking $200 flip instead. Focus on that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. Very nice. I do like
it's
really
hard to say.
like the idea of that mystical server, with the real, what do you call it? Real world assets.
Oh yeah, the real world assets, the tokenization of real world assets.
Mm,
I think big picture. I think that's where things are going to be going.
mm,
I know that J.P. Morgan is starting to get into the space. Big Wall Street banks are looking into it. MakerDAO itself is kind of like the front runners of like RWA DeFi. So like
mm,
I think well over a third of the revenue now comes from treasury bonds, and like their assets on hand come in the form of bank debt and treasury bonds.
mm,
So I mean that's kind of a first in the crypto space. So blending all this crypto with stocks and bonds and treasury bills and whatnot, it's definitely I think it's going to be the path for the future for a lot of who's going to be making it big the next run.
mm. Yeah. Well, I'm all down for that. I'm not sure if I'm, I don't know. I don't. I don't know. I've played that scenario in my head if there was another bull run with NFTs, if I would go join back or not. But the real world assets is definitely something I'll be interested in. NFTs, I mean, if it would ever be like January, February, March of like, what was it, 2021? 2021, right? I mean, I
Oh
would,
yeah.
and every mint is like a 5x flip. I'm like, okay, but the moment it cools down, oh my gosh, I mean, looking back, I wasted so much time in April, May, June, July, September, August,
Yeah.
when it was just such a grind to find like a 2x, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why
hmm
did I waste so much lifetime on this?
Yeah, especially in that meta at that time when it was basically just constantly grinding for whitelists. You got to constantly interacting, bring a bunch of people
Yeah.
in. It was just a crazy time. And then it was just not very profitable because then the price of each one Solana flip went from 250
Mm,
per flip down to 100 per flip, down to 50 per
mm,
flip. And it
yeah.
was like, yeah, makes it hard when a 4 Solana flip used to be $1,000 and now it's only
Mm,
$80. You know,
yeah.
it changes the math of the risk versus reward, time and effort equation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
it's so crazy, like how in January, February, March, it was like some of my life I felt like get it why people are like full day traders, like feeling of like making a flip and winning is like so addictive.
oh yeah. I think one of my favorites was I was flipping portals for a huge chunk of change, and that's when the price Solana was
Uh.
high up, and it felt so good. Oh, it's definitely a very addicting once you get a few wins under your belt, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, who's to say? I mean, when Solana eventually goes back up again, 100, 200 each, yeah, I think we could see the heyday of people minting anything that's a project just because they could probably flip it.
Yeah.
Nowadays, people are a little more cognizant, a little more nitpicky about what they mint. I'm not even sure
Yeah.
who's really minting stuff anymore nowadays, to be honest. I'm sure there's some groups out there.
Oh yeah, but me neither. But for us, really nice. I mean, Solana, of course, it couldn't stick to that $30 price mark for now, but there's a chance that all those developments really lead to like, the Solana price, increasing sustainably over the next couple months and years. And I think that's what we're all waiting for. And if we look at the price pool, right, I mean, we're at 12 Solana today. We had like, pools with 15 and 17 Solana, but now if you break it down to the US dollar amount, it's pretty similar actually because
Yeah.
Solana is that much higher. So it's great,
hmm
and yeah, you just collect that prize money. If you feel like donate something back into the prize pool, keep a little bit for yourself, put it away, convert it to MSOL, so you get a little bit of interest on top or staking. Um, maybe in a couple years you're gonna look back and you're like, holy shit, I won like $10 for my first team, and that's like literally like $2,000 right now, or even more.
Yeah, and it's the great thing is the all the prize pools for the rest of the year are already locked away and set, so it doesn't
Mm,
matter what the price of Solana is as far as funding goes.
mm,
So it's nice peace of mind that we can keep doing this for the rest of the year and
yep.
zero stress. And then yeah, hopefully towards the end of the year it's 200 per Solana again, and so that 10 Sol prize pool goes way further down the road.
Yep. So with that being said, let's take a look at the playing field this week. I think we don't see as many changes as we did last week. I think that was just
Oh
yeah, the
yeah.
last 2 weeks were pretty crazy on the team side. So I think this week is more like a consolidation week, sorts of speaking. So
Yeah, just mellow things out after a very active past couple dinner parties
yeah.
as far as team switching
So
and making goes.
yeah. So let's take a look here at the playing field, and I mean, what sticks out here really is junkies, right? We have 80 utensils on the junkies, and that's Reaper Man is at 54, and then we have a bunch of 55, sorry, and then we have a bunch of 50s, bunch of 40s. Um, yeah, so junkies is like spearheading that large number kind of thing, and I think a lot of teams are sort of going for the 50s now. but we still see that 40 teams are being really competitive. So
Hmm.
what are we looking at this week? What do you expect?
Yeah, so I think it's a lot of it's just going to come down to what the matchups are going to be, and then who is going to be getting those round one and round two buys going up against Kings, Rugs R Us, and Doofies.
Mm,
But yeah, I think just things have consolidated to the point where it could really just be anyone's game, any single dinner party, which is a good spot to be in. Um, it doesn't look like any single team is necessarily dominating, even though WAGMI did have a good little run there.
mm,
But seeing Skid Row Junkies, I think they made it what, first or second place last week?
place.
First place?
Second.
Second place? Oh, okay.
Second place.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so I'm hoping that they make a nice showing again this dinner party. But we're definitely gonna have to wait and see how it all goes.
Yeah. I thought that was really like fun to watch, because it's really hard to like kind of gauge where junkies are at because there is such a big difference in team size. And as a reminder, you can't just win by team size because we have the debuffs in place for certain sizes of teams. And I think it's really interesting because you don't really know exactly like, okay, is junkies ahead, is junkies behind, and
Hmm.
um, saw some really surprising comebacks in the end of the game when junkies should do really bad. Junkies is down to 20. I mean, that should, there's not much they can do anymore, but we saw the exact opposite last week. So
Hmm.
they definitely had the uh, gods on their side, and they had some really good roles. So it's going to be interesting to see. And that's why I'm kind of excited that the field didn't change too much because I wouldn't mind, seeing the matchups similar to last week. I thought they were all really exciting, really interesting to watch. A lot of cool comebacks, a lot of like head-to-heads and coming down to the wire. So
Hmm.
I think it's a great playing field.
Oh yeah, definitely is, and it's just gonna be really important just watching kind of the spreads as the matches kind of go on, because you can easily have something where it's Junkies against LFG again, and
Mm,
suddenly you're at twice the team size, so you're starting off at a plus 45 utensil
mm.
advantage on the Junkie side, but then it's watching that slowly dwindle down and then the flipping happening always makes for really a tense watching, even though you might be ahead by 20 utensils.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, what we see here on the rarity distribution is yeah, I mean, WAGMI is just loaded with legends and heroes. I don't think that team has actually changed over the last couple of weeks at all. I think the same for Beef. So
Hmm.
we have those two teams that are loaded with heroes and legends, and then I think all the other teams. Well, Dorothy is pretty loaded too if you look at it. I mean, 21
Hmm.
total legend and heroes. That's a pretty good number. And then LFG is all heroes. Now at 36.
Hmm. Oh, slowly
Um,
growing.
slowly growing because someone decided to throw some heroes on the floor.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Some want to lose money, so they put their team
but
on
then
LFG.
look at Reaper Man, right? Last week there was a win with I think two legends.
Hmm.
Um, four legends. I'm sorry, four legends, but I mean that's it. No heroes.
Hmm.
So that's an interesting one. And Hydros has their fair share of legends and heroes as well, but I mean, of course, the overwhelming majority here is champions. And then Chop It Like It's Hot. It's an OG 40
Ooh.
utensil, no debuff, all champion team. So
Hmm.
we
Love to
know
see it.
historically they don't necessarily pull the most calories, but they find ways to win. So last week they weren't able to show that, but maybe this week again.
Yes, yeah. Unfortunately, I think it was Chop It Like It's Hot, and I think it was Reaperman that went head to head that first round.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, Chop It Like It's Hot didn't quite make it. So, always a good chance of moving up to that final two or three rounds. I think when they did make it through the first round, they ended up performing really well, if I remember correctly.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be really interesting to see how they do against this matchup. But Reaperman doing a 54, I believe, where they're at right now, might come to bite them in the butt sometime later. But I think what really stood out last week was just how setting dependent a lot of these matches are. Just with how optimized and fine tuned a lot of these teams are, that 30% setting buff or debuff,
Hmm.
depending,
Yeah.
makes all the difference, I think.
And then a little bit the order of the utensils, which you can't influence. The order of the utensils, I think that's what we saw over the last couple of weeks, is also like, it can be like that, like tipping point of like the difference on a really tight game. If the order of the utensils is in your favor, help.
Oh yeah, especially when you have like a fork with a fork background just going on a huge
Mm,
streak against a whole bunch of spoons or something. Like oh yeah, that really makes or breaks a matchup for sure. I think that was a feature we were talking about making happen a couple years ago, but we never quite got around to it. It sounded like it was going to be a
yeah,
huge mess to implement, but we
yeah.
definitely would have added another depth of strategy to this for sure.
Like conspiracy theories of like, oh, put all your spoons at the end or some stuff like that. It'd be fun if it was there.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how the order is, to be honest. I don't know if it's last in, first out, or something like that.
That's a really good question. I assume it has something to do with the order that utensils were added to the team on the database. So I would assume that the first utensil added would be the first showing up.
Hmm.
But no,
I would
actually,
think.
if I think about it, that should be the team lead. Um,
Yeah,
but then because then the team captain, like because in Doofy's it should have been a team captain, the first one, and then it wasn't. So
right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure. Well, maybe something we'll have to experiment and play around with, and seeing how it changes the lineup as people move their utensils around. But I think it just
Yeah,
randomly places them somewhere in there. To be honest, I think it's just completely random, but it's like stuck random, if that makes sense.
like it randomizes one and then it just keeps reusing it.
Yeah, like it randomizes whatever that order is the order it's gonna be every single dinner party. I'm not
All
sure.
right,
Maybe Thud will know.
probably knows.
He probably knows.
So let's take a look at the changes compared to last week. So um, see a lot of growth, and then basically we see that Doofy's is in the process of disassembling. I think we have 11 utensils left in the team.
Hmm.
So yeah, Reaper Man with a 5 gain, which is not super beneficial for them. I think you mentioned it, growing from 50 to 55. Be like a stepping stone to getting to 60 next week, which I don't think we've seen a team with 60 before.
I
That
don't.
we had with 70 because Junkies went straight to 80.
Yeah, no, I don't think we've had any 60 or 70 team quite yet. I know Dorothy was gonna try to go for last week, but
Mm.
I was working on balancing out Team Rose too, and a whole bunch of stuff happened. It was just 50 across the board, but I did want Dorothy to be a 60 team. But
Yeah, because that's sort of uncharted territory at this point. You really don't know if maybe 60 or 70 is the magic number.
yeah, I mean, because we were generally going off of the N plus 10 and being the
Mm.
most competitive highest level, and just get 10 more past that. So if all these teams are 50, then being a 60 utensil team probably not a bad idea. But then now you got the Skid Row Junkies at 80, so now it kind of makes it a little difficult.
Yeah, but the Skid Row Junkies are still M plus 20 at that point. So
Hmm.
yeah, as always, I mean, very interesting things, but maybe Reaperman should approach that path and just go all the way to 60 next week and try it out.
Yeah, wouldn't be a bad idea. But it looks like for this week, it looks like we're at a +6 utensil net overall after all
Mm,
the shifting. So even
that's
more of
right.
these utensils slowly trickling in. I don't know where they're coming from, but they're coming.
Yeah, they're coming in slowly and surely. And I mean, see it on Magic Eden too, right? I mean, the floor price elevated to zero point 0.8, and I think actually the bigger trigger is the Sol price action that we talked about.
Mm,
People start checking their wallets again, and they're like all of a sudden, oh shit, look, all my NFTs are like 0.005, and then
hmm.
KFS is zero point 0.8, and they're like, oh cool, let's sell.
Yeah.
I would rather have those people actually check back into the Discord
Hmm.
or Twitter and see like, hey shit, that we're playing again, because I think it's better to play than in
Hmm.
zero point 0.8. But you can tell that the price action is like the one thing that will drive people back to engage with Solana in
Hmm.
ever, if it's selling or going back to the discords or whatever it might be, right?
Oh, for sure.
Um,
Yeah, oh yeah. Once
so
Solana's back up to like 100 a token, yeah, I think good chance to see people coming back in, be like, hey, what's going on? What's new?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, I really wish, they wouldn't just be so like trigger happy and sell. I mean, it's really nice. We have a really nice solid floor around 0.8, and I think it's a pretty decent entry price for someone who wants to play and wants to buy 10 utensils. I mean, 8 Solana,
Oh
it's a
yeah.
lot of money, but for someone that is in a Solana space and has, worked through like the last 1.5 years, I think 8 Solana is reasonable for 10 utensils.
Oh yeah.
And it might, trickle down a little bit down to like 0.5 again, and I think that's a really nice entry point for sure for like building a team.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think it's good we have like a solid inventory of things on Magic Eden if someone really wants to dive in.
Hmm. Oh yeah. I think definitely the change of the Discord server. There's a very good chance, and some people just have no idea where the KFS Discord server really is. So
Yeah,
I had
yeah,
completely forgotten about that entirely.
yeah. Especially since the logo changed and everything.
Hmm.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna grab a beer. Give me 10 seconds. You entertain the crowd, and then we're gonna look at the round one pairings.
Yeah, so I could entertain Nibor for a little bit here. Yeah, I'm not even sure what we could talk about. But I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to. It's always good seeing having the KFS the dinner party come every other week because it always just kind of comes as a surprise sometimes. It's like, oh shit, it's dinner party time, isn't it? Oh yeah, we've got that looking forward to for the end of the day. I think the afternoon dinner party actually worked fairly well. It was felt a little awkward, not being the final time thing that we do for the end of the day. So weird having to get back to work after doing a dinner party, but it was great having a Bitcoin Baggins on there. But I'm definitely good with changing up the times for doing the dinner parties. Um, just obviously getting a lot more people involved would definitely make things nicer for sure. Although I'm definitely happy doing all these things, even if it's just us homies just chilling and hanging out. It would be nice to go back to the days of 100 people watching the live stream. Were you there for that silence, where we peaked at like 100 people watching? No, that wasn't you. That came back onto the microphone. Not quite. But yeah, I remember when we were streaming, we had about 100 people, all on Twitch. It was just a crazy wild time and a great dinner. I think that was when Happy Man's Crusaders were still a thing. Hello, hello,
Yeah, hello, hello.
hello. I can hear you now.
Okay.
You're
No,
good.
I was there for I wasn't there for the mint, but I was there for week one.
Mhm.
I saw like the 100. Yeah.
Yeah, that was absolutely crazy. Can you imagine having to do your first live stream with that many people watching? Just like
Yeah.
for something that you have no idea how to stream about. Like,
Uh,
it's not like Dota where you can just watch any other caster and just copy what they do. It's like it's its own thing.
I think that's actually what introduced me to Twitch, honestly. I don't think I used Twitch before.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting. Huh. All right.
All right. Let's take a look. So what we got this week in round one. Um, game one is already like Whack Me versus Reaper Man.
Mm-hmm. Starting off very strong with Wagme versus Reaperman, not an easy
Yeah.
shoe in by any means. So Wagme and Reaperman definitely gonna have to slug it out to get past round one.
Yeah. LFG versus Skid Row Junkies.
Yeah, that's I mean I think that's a repeat of round one of last week, I believe.
Oh, that's right.
LFG against Junkies, and that came out pretty close actually, if I remember
Hmm.
correctly.
Yeah,
So
but it's gonna be a slaughter fest for LFG for sure.
hmm, definitely another chance for whoever gets the almost kills. Could likely be coming from the LFG side against Skid Row round one.
Yeah. Team Rose versus Chop It Like It's Hot. That's another great matchup here. A 50
Hmm.
team versus a 50 team, a
Hmm.
40 team. Fantastic.
Yes, and then not too many heroes or legends on either side, so I think that one's definitely going to come down to who gets the setting modifier for that one.
Doofies versus Kings, so Doofies is going to round 2 here.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, I think Doofy says what 11 and Kings has what 5 or 6, so maybe it's a close matchup. I don't know.
No, Kings. I think Kings is only at 2,
Oh, okay.
and without the debuff, you know. And then
Yeah.
Dorothy forking fantastic. I mean, that is
Yes.
for sure like a final worthy game in
Yes.
round 1.
That's gonna be a close one, definitely. I think Forky Fantastic and Dorothy are neck and neck as far as
Mm,
number of utensils. Dorothy has a slight edge on rarity, but again, it's I think Forky Fantastic is also spoon heavy, if I remember correctly.
fork heavy actually.
For is it actually fork heavy now?
Yeah,
Okay,
19 forks.
19 forks. Okay, so yeah, I guess it's just again gonna come down to setting modifier for that one, but definitely excited to see where that one goes.
And then Beef is getting a first round bye here versus Rugs.
Yeah, so Rugs are us, just still hanging on and giving these for round one buys to all these teams. Yeah, Beef. I don't think Beef made it too far last week, so definitely looking into make a running for this one. But yeah, it looks like we got 4 really close matchups already from the get go in round one. This is definitely gonna be a brutal one.
Yep. So let's see the background multiplier here. That's gonna be knife.
Ooh, love to see it.
So
At least on
gonna
Dorothy's
be
side.
that's gonna be good for junkies as well. 31 knives. LFG 11 knives. They're LFG spoon heavy here. Reaperman spoon heavy. So knives should be good, yeah, for Dorothy, junkies. Man, that's gonna be a good round. All right, I'm gonna duplicate another tab here. You take a look at the different games. We definitely gonna take a look at Whack Me, Reaperman, LFG Skid Row, Roast Chop It Like It's Hot, and Dorothy and fucking fantastic.
Yes.
And I think that's the one I'm gonna start with. So,
Perfect.
are we ready to roll?
Yeah, I'm ready to roll. I got the music jamming. I got the 4 screens up. My actual Windows boxes are a little off, but that's okay. We got 4 games on the screen.
All right. Woo!
I still can't hear your sound effects on your end.
That's okay. Alright, let's kick it off. Round 1, here we go. And I'm only gonna click it once.
Oh, that's right. Oh, we don't need any more heart attacks.
May the spork be with you.
May the spork be with you.
Alright,
And
fucking fantastic with the first kill here.
yes,
Second kill.
2 in a row right from the get-go.
3 in a row from the get-go.
Already heating up on Forky Fantastic side.
Wow. Okay, that's a really solid start here for fucking fantastic.
Yes, really great start. These guys
They immediately have the next knife lined up here.
chop it like it's hot, getting on fire for the first time here against Golden Girls Team Rose. And
Like
actually,
Hot already down. Oh wait, Chop is like it's a 40 utensil team. Okay.
yes, yeah. So they're closing the gap pretty convincingly here, right from the get-go.
Yeah, that looks really solid. So
Yeah.
let's take a look at LFG and Skid Row. 31 to 70.
Yeah, you want to see a
not
little more progress.
terrible.
Not terrible. Not bad, but not so great either. You definitely want to
No.
see junkies have at least 1 or 2 go on fire here, but highly unlikely.
Yeah, highly
Because
unlikely. So Whack Me Reaper Man.
yeah, so it looks like
Reaper Man started out with 55. Oh, that's not looking good for Reaper Man at all.
not at all. Wagme is just running the floor with Reaperman at the moment.
Yeah.
So I think he went from a plus 20 lead down to a plus 2 lead. That spread's not looking great for Reaperman.
No, and that's basically the flippening here already. And that's way too early in the round for Reaper Man to have a really good shot here at coming back, honestly. I mean, you need to have some extremely good rolls going forward.
Yeah, like an ungodly amount of rolls. It's gonna be pretty insane. But we've seen crazier things happen before, so
For sure.
not outside the realm of possibility here.
Not outside for sure.
Yeah. Looks like Team Rose is re-establishing their spread here at a plus 13 on Chop It Like It's Hot, up from the original plus 10 that they had. So things are looking pretty good for Team Rose here.
Yeah, Team Rose is looking really great indeed. Team Dorothy and Fucking Fantastic going head to head here pretty much.
Yes, neck and neck.
Heating up.
We're at +4 plus heating up on Dorothy's side, +5 with heating up. And Big Boy Baggins, PFP immediately gets shut down right away.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like LFG going on fire yet again. And if you're on the Skid Row Junkie side,
Ooh,
time to start
not
sweating.
looking good here.
Time to start sweating a little bit, I think.
Yeah, that's not looking too good overall here.
Yeah, pretty much half your team, almost down to half your team, and LFG still going strong with 23 remaining. That's a lot to get through.
We do see some double kills here, 2 times in a row from Junkies. I mean, that's essentially what they need, but ooh, that's gonna be a tough battle here.
Yeah, they're gonna need to get on fire or something here. Pick up some kind of momentum. And Reaperman and Wagme, it looks like Reaperman is now at a -8.
Oh, wow.
So not looking good for Reaperman this showing.
No.
Not at all. Team Rose maintaining the lead. Oh, good.
Yeah, Rose is looking really solid here. Rose started out with 13 utensils. So Rose is the spoon-heavy team here, and they shouldn't be doing super good against Chop It Like It's Hot.
Yeah.
Oh, Chop It Like It's Hot is not knife-heavy at all. Okay.
Okay.
Basically like a misaligned team versus a misaligned team with this background modifier.
Yeah, it
but
kinda
Rose
worked out.
seems to handle it a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, still maintaining, I think they're at only a +9. Or back up to a +10 spread. Definitely something you want to
Yeah.
see when things are down to single digits here.
So Dorothy going on fire here.
Yes.
Looking fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, Forking Fantastic's got that magic towards that last bit where they just go on a random streak. And looks like they're doing it again here.
Overall, not a very dominating showing here from the 2 knife-heavy teams, though.
No, I think it could be just because they're both knife heavy, that they're just both countering each other's advantages.
True. But I mean, same for Junkies here. Junkies with 31 knives, not with the strongest showing, and oh, Reaperman on the way out here.
Oh, convincingly too. Wagme still having 17 utensils remaining. Trash Panda hasn't even had a chance to show up yet.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say the Trash Panda hasn't even shown up.
Maybe he'll come. Maybe he'll come in just to clean house on the last bit here.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe he might not get the chance.
Oh, 1094 stealing the show here right before the Trash Panda.
Oh, it doesn't even give the Trash Panda a chance. Which I'm sure he's probably okay with.
So Junkies here, 22 to 10. Okay. But Chop It Like It's Hot is out. Team Rose took it home. Very nice.
There we go.
Team Dorothy looking really good now here.
Oh yeah, looking very strong against Forking Fantastic here. So 9 versus 3 is 3 more utensils to get through, and Dorothy might be coming through with it, but Forking Fantastic can still win this out with a few good, really good rolls.
For sure can. But there's not many knives coming here for Forking Fantastic.
No, looks like they're down
Not
to
at all, actually.
just a fork and a spoon left.
Yeah, and then Dorothy's knife goes right away. That's gonna be a tough one for a fork here.
Yeah, but hey, 4 in a row is doable. But looks like Dorothy comes in with a victory for this one.
Skid Row 6 to 13. So Skid Row was holding on pretty okay in the end, I guess. But
yeah,
it's still gonna be really difficult here. Lots of knives coming.
Yeah, they're still going very strong here. I mean, well, maybe they've done some much.
1588 is like cleaning house here.
Oh yeah, especially
3 knives in a row.
Oof. Yeah, actually, maybe things not looking too good for the Junkies right now.
Oh wow. No, this is not looking good at all for junkies here.
No, it's gonna be a huge statistical anomaly for Skid Row to get past these last
Oh
six.
wow.
But 1588 cleaning
Yeah.
house. I
Absolutely cleaning house here.
I don't know how many utensils he's on now already, but
Oh wow.
it's
God.
got to be getting the double digits at this point.
Oh wow.
That was ooh. Can we get another one? Wow,
No
even
way.
more. Oh my gosh. I think
And,
that's got to
wow.
be a record of 17
17.
eliminations. Wow. I have never seen that. Oh my god. Wow.
I mean,
Um,
it makes a lot of sense when you see the team sizes, right? I mean, Junkies with a huge debuff, but that is still an anomaly. I mean,
yeah.
17 eliminations and killing what, 5, 6 knives just when we like looked at it, and I don't know how many before.
Wow. Yeah. And it wasn't even a knife either. That was just a fork in a knife background. So, jeez. That just came out of nowhere.
I felt like Junkies was managing that pretty well until that complete breakdown in the end,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, if it wasn't for that utensil coming in, it would have been a very different story, but he somehow went on to 17 eliminations in a row, taking down 20% of the junkies all on his own. Absolutely bonkers.
absolutely insane.
I can't believe it. That's crazy. Good news is that makes my job a lot easier for recording who got the most kills, who's the MVP is going to be.
Well, not really, because if they go to the final, then they won't qualify for the MVP utensil.
Oh, shoot. Right. Ah. Well, I hope they lose.
So what do we see here? Well, we basically have the two Nibor teams, WACME, LFG. We have the two Golden Girl teams. We have a non-competitive Doofies team at this point, and we have Team Beef.
Yes.
So what do we make out of this?
Oh, I don't know. Let me get back to the game screen here. Back to the game screen for these guys, so we can see what we've got going on.
I mean, there's some really interesting scenarios here for round two. I mean, one scenario could be we see WACME versus LFG, we see the two Golden Girls, and then we see Beef in the bye against Doofies, basically. That would be an interesting constellation where one of Niber's team is for sure set for the round three.
Mm-hmm.
We could see, one of Niber's teams each fighting one of the Golden Girl teams.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think the really interesting part here is going to be how is Beef gonna be able to basically like sort of like, another radar like straight into the round three? Um,
Very well could be. I mean, the odds of Beef going up against Doofies versus any of the other teams, I mean, it's all a coin flip for everyone, I
yeah.
suppose. But yeah, I guess you could have your worst case scenario of WAGMI versus LFG and the Golden Girls teams up against each other. Or the
Mm-hmm.
best case scenario where everyone's up against each other and Dorothy gets Doofies.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look here.
Yeah.
This is all shuffled, by the way. Oh, we got WACME
Woo!
LFG.
WAGMI to LFG. That's too bad, Niber. One of Niber's teams is unfortunately going to have to go down in round two. But we got Team Rose as getting the effective buy against Doofies.
Uh-huh. So that is interesting. And then um really interesting. Beef is traditionally a really strong team, but in the last couple of weeks, I think last week we saw a glimpse of their power. So it's the
Yeah,
perfect moment to step up here and show like how strong they really are.
exactly. Make a little comeback and get back into the top tier of teams. Well, I suppose at this point, a lot of these teams are just top tier on their own. But yeah, definitely it'd be good to see Beef again in the top three, well, at least for Triple B at least. And
Yeah.
my one lone utensil that's sitting on Beef's team. Yeah.
Taking it all home.
Hmm.
Background modifier for this round is going to be fork. That's also randomized as well. Just want to make sure everyone knows that. Um, so fork heavy team. What do we got? Not much. There's no fork heavy team here left.
No, just Dorothy is slightly more fork heavy.
Somewhat, yeah.
Somewhat,
I mean,
but nothing crazy. Not as crazy as it is knife heavy, I believe.
all right, let's dive into it.
Yeah, I'm down. Gotta love that music.
Yeah, every time.
Every time. Even if I do have to wait 10 seconds.
2, 1. Welcome to the dinner party.
Right, so Team Dorothy coming out hot here. Kill for Dorothy. Beef is countering, very nice. Well, I guess Team Rose we really don't have to watch here, even though Doofus is going on fire here.
Doofus is going on fire. He's gonna take down some names on his way down, but unfortunately, it might be a moot point at this point.
But look at that! I mean, Doofus is doing really well here.
Doing what they can. Just giving Team Rose a little bit of a little warm up, keep their legs nice and stretched. But looks like Dorothy doing pretty well against Team Beef from the get-go. Definitely not something you want to see if you're on Beef side of things.
No. Yeah, it's looking pretty decent here for Dorothy. And whack me LFG. I mean, LFG was pretty good, but now falling behind again. So they started with a difference of 4 utensils, and they're basically pretty much back to that. But I do wonder here, it's hard, who is Nibor really cheering for?
That's true. I don't know, Nibor, between watching your eldest stepson slaughter your younger stepson, which of these stepsons do you want to see survive? Guess that would be the real question.
Oh, Whack Me is his number 1.
Whack Me, okay. All the way. So yeah.
That's looking pretty good for you here.
Yeah. Let's go LFG then.
Let's go LFG. And oh man, Dorothy looking really good here against Beef.
Yeah. I
Beef
think
has that legend hero potential to go on really long streaks multiple times in a row. Wouldn't write them off at this point. And they're a balanced team, right? So they have 13 forks. That's not bad.
Not bad at all. So definitely having a third-year team be able to take advantage of the setting modifier, definitely super helpful. But as Dorothy just gets just a couple more good heating ups throwing fires, then it could be all she wrote for Team Beef here. But never say never, but things are looking pretty good on Dorothy's side right now.
Look, Doofy's still fighting for it here.
Yeah, somehow, some way, Doofy's still hanging on. So it took Team Rose down to less than half.
Look at this! Team Rose is getting in trouble here.
Yeah, wow. I have to check the stats on this one for a new MVP here.
Oh, and here they go. 6 eliminations, not very much, but so Whack. Oh, LFG flipped Whack Me here.
Oh wow. All right.
Oh, and here comes our trash pepper soon.
Yep. Let's get ready for it.
Back to even. Here comes the trash panda.
Let's see what he does. His one kill.
First hit.
First hit kill, and then now he's out. Oh no, he actually did 2 in a row. Wow. 3 in a row. I think this is history. I don't think I've ever seen the trash panda. Oh my god. He's coming in to win. Wow.
Jeez, Trash Panda's slowly building up every week, huh?
Yeah, he's a momentum builder, man. He goes from the dying on spot to 1 kill on the spot to now he's going on fire.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
It's a really good matchup here. It's really going back and forth, but we like established dominance here again.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna pretty much come down to the wire for Wagman LG to a coin flip, and Jordan Beef, the spread is definitely shrinking here very rapidly.
Heating up.
Oh, this is coming down to it. This is really nice. It's a good matchup here. 0 calories here. Oy, oy, oy.
That's bad RNG.
It's 0. Jeez. Okay, but Whack Me here, very eager to close this game out.
Yes. Having one of your utensils go on fire in the single digits always feels very, very good.
Yeah.
Never a bad feeling.
Oh, that's looking pretty good for Wagme now.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yep,
tough.
and that's
Yeah,
it. That's it.
that's it for Wagme. Taking down LFG. No
Going on
regrets.
fire.
Zero remorse.
That's a pretty big spread here. I don't think Beef can come back from that.
That's gonna be a tough one for Beef to get through, 100%.
Yeah.
But we've seen crazier stuff happen.
Yeah,
But I'm hoping Team Dorothy just pulls it out just so I don't have to stress about it so much. There we go.
Yeah, looking pretty good here.
Definitely looking good for Team Dorothy.
One more knife against 10 remaining utensils.
Ooh. I mean,
Be difficult.
it's his background.
Just got
But
I mean, we just saw 17 in a row. Okay, Team Dorothy closes it out.
Yep. Looks like Team Dorothy makes it. Test number 1791 with 17 eliminations.
I feel bad for Team Beef. I gotta say, in my heart, that's definitely one of the favorites for me. Would like to see him succeed a little bit more, but so we have 2 Golden Girl teams, and we have Wagme. So case scenario here, and I think that's without having a bias against Nibor, which we all do.
As you naturally do.
Definitely don't want to see both Golden Girl teams going against each other and Wagme taking the free buy here
Oh,
going into
yeah.
the final.
If you want riots on the streets, that's exactly how you do it. But it looks like it's a 33% chance either way. So
let's take a look.
let's see how it goes. Oh, that feels good. Oh, it feels good to have Dorothy having a win here. Feels nice.
See,
Oh.
here's your win that you were waiting
This
for.
is the win that I needed all along. It was just KFS. This was the win I was waiting for all week. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be Team Rose against Wagme to see who makes it into the championship round.
And that's going to be on a knife background again. That's going to be really good for Dorothy here.
Well, Dorothy's on a bye. So
Oh, sorry, Rose. No, but
Rose is very
Rose
spoon
is
heavy.
So
So if it was a spoon background, this would be perfect for Team Rose. But it looks like they're gonna have to make their way in the championship the old-fashioned way.
that's going to be a tough battle for Rose against Wagme here.
Yeah, I think Wagme certainly is more favored in this matchup.
Yeah.
And things were not looking so great when they were up against Doofies. So
Yeah.
we could just hope for the best for this one.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed for Team Rose here, but Wagme certainly heavily favored in this matchup.
hold on to your handles.
Yeah,
Wagme coming
spread.
out with a first kill here.
That's good. Yeah, what we definitely want to see is Team Rose getting on a few winning streaks here. That would certainly help pad the victory a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, some early win streaks definitely go a long way. And especially whenever they do.
anything.
Yeah, is it fork background or knife background?
Background here.
Was this fork?
Knife.
I forget.
Knife.
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 Okay, because I see the spaghetti and I'm like, wait, should that be a knife?
You know what? Why is it spaghetti in the background?
I don't know.
Because the background multiplier on the back end is definitely set to knife, and I see the steak. So
Oh.
more question for thought.
Yeah, more questions. We need answers.
That's interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, either way, it looks like Wagme's closing the gap, but Team Rose potentially going on fire here. Spoke too soon. Cast his curse.
Denied. The curse.
Absolutely denied.
Well, Rose doing a good job here though, but not letting Wagme go on fire. Pretty much back and forth here.
Yeah, shutting things down, even though they've got a lot of spoons just getting butchered with low calorie counts. They're still holding fairly steady with all things considered.
Yeah. I think that's what they want to go here for. Just keep a good 2 to 5 spread going into the lower 10s and chance.
Yep, just that constant pressure. Try to maintain that plus 10 lead as long as possible before getting into the single digits here.
Doing a really decent job here though.
Yeah, I'm actually
Really
pretty
decent job.
impressed.
Oh wow, look at this. 1479 going on fire.
Yeah, love to see it. That Sonic head always coming in to ruin kill streaks.
No, no. And that's really solid showing here so far from Rose.
Yeah, still at +8, and we're about halfway through what both teams had starting off with. You love to see it.
Wow, I'm very impressed here with the showing of Rose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same here. I'm surprised it's
Heating up.
they're really hanging in this long and just shutting down all these kill streaks.
Yep. You can see though that the knives are not getting the multiplier here with the little percentages, so it is the knife background active for the multiplier.
Mm-hmm. That's true, and I'm not seeing too many knives on Wagmi side either, to be honest.
Yeah.
So far, I'm seeing a lot of spoons and forks.
Oh, Wagmi only has 13 knives.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so this might be roses to take.
Oh,
Then.
Rose has 13 themselves. So, oh, here comes the Trash Panda.
Trash Panda time. Let's see. Oh, loses right away. He needed to recharge his batteries from that last round.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be having that consistent performance here. Oh,
Captain Sparrow here with quite a good showing.
Oh yeah, he's helping bring Team Wacky back here. But 2092.
Okay, so here we have the situation that we were talking about, right? You're going into the 10s with an 11 utensil lead. I mean, that is impressive.
Yeah, that is definitely exactly what you want to be seeing if you're in Team Rose here, because anything can happen in these final 10. And okay, I was gonna say we've probably already seen it with that kill streak going down, but never say never. But you're definitely feeling really good if you're on Team Rose right now.
Bunch of knives coming here for Wagmi now.
Ooh, actually, yeah, that's what, 3 knives in a row.
Yeah, but they have a Rose with the legend knife themselves.
True.
And a hero knife.
That 1-1. It's gonna be a tough on deck to beat here if you're on Team Rose's side. Already that distance.
Here, okay, going on fire.
Yeah, that distance is very quickly shrinking here. And seeing a lot of spoons here on Team Rose's side. But that 1-1 definitely coming in clutch here, especially right when you need it. Oh, but getting killed almost immediately.
Ooh, now it's getting really tight here.
Yes. Only a +4 advantage now on Team Rose's side. Up against a whole bunch of heroes and legends and knives. Things are not looking so good so more for Team Rose.
Here.
Oh, he's on a roll right now. You're gonna need something if you're Team Rose. Need a knife to come back or something. Ooh. Definitely a nail-biting territory now if you're in Team Rose.
Okay, that knife was out quick though.
Very quick. Unexpectedly quick. We'll see what we have here.
No more knives here for Rose.
One more knife on Team Wagmi, the last 2. But that was a spoon taking a victory against another spoon.
Oh,
alright,
boy.
Spooner's knife. It's gonna really come down to this here.
Last knife.
Oh shoot, it might be coming down to the last 2 for Team Rose. Oh, it's gonna be a coin flip. Who's it gonna be? Team Rose. Oh, by the thinnest of margins. Holy crap.
Man.
Oh.
I thought that last, being the knife, and we talked about it so many times, the order of the utensils, having that, that I think it was a hero knife in the last spot, you would think it's gonna close it out.
Wow. Yeah, really coming down to the literal wire at the end there. Final utensil in each team. Wow. That was very close. And look at the total calories on each side. Team Rose with like a 600 calorie deficit to Wagmi, but still coming in clutch. Woo!
And my blood pressure is through the roof.
Oh, that's right. We forgot the heart monitors. Woo!
Oh man, and we have the first double Golden Girls final.
Oh, you love to see it. Oh, it feels so good. Oh, I haven't had a matchup like this for some time. And I'm really gonna enjoy what my wallet's gonna look like. I really should have bumped up the prize pool for this week.
So we're actually looking at the knife background again.
Knife background. Okay. I think
So 3 times knife today.
3 times knife. This heavily favors Team Dorothy here. But
Should.
I'm kind of happy either way because I'm fairly stacked on both teams personally. So I love to see Team Rose to have a victory on their hands just for the shits and giggles of it. But obviously Team Dorothy, always got to go with Team Dorothy.
All right, you ready for this?
I'm ready for it. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Another knife background.
The knife background. Let's see if it shows up this time too.
Yep,
There it
steakhouse.
is.
There it is. All right.
At this meal or the next.
And Rose with the first kill here. Thing with the knife.
Yes. So Team Rose coming in with an anti-Dorothy setup, being fairly spoon heavy. But unfortunately, with the background being knife, definitely favors Dorothy, who is more knife and fork heavy.
Gordon Ramsay here, on fire.
Ooh, at the steakhouse. Perfect timing.
Steakhouse, I mean, you would think, right?
Wow. He's
Wow.
absolutely butchering right now.
He is.
No pun intended. My goodness.
Wow, I think that's the
Oh,
first
wow.
time we see him going on a streak like this.
Yeah, perfect setting, perfect time, championship round, stakes are high. That's exactly what you want to see if you're Team Rose.
And what a picture-perfect start from Team Rose here.
Yes. Especially after coming out eking by the tiniest margins the last round. They're ready for a championship round. They definitely earned their slot, that's for sure.
It does seem a lot of the forks on Team Rose are really early in the round here, so that might be a factor coming down to the lower numbers later.
Yeah, very well could be.
Oh,
Oh, but this spoon taking down that knife 1-of-1 was huge. That guy had like a plus 100% modifier.
Yeah.
Still lost.
So Dorothy's slowly evening out the field here again.
Yeah, we're pretty much, even with that Gordon Ramsay streak here, looks like we're pretty much back at even at this point.
Yeah.
And I think we have a lot to thank for that knife modifier, to be honest. And I believe Dorothy's very knife heavy to start.
Yeah. So 91 did a lot of damage here, basically evened out that streak from Gordon Ramsay.
That's exactly it. My little baby Yoda might actually get on fire here. Yeah, I haven't-
Baby Yoda
I
going
don't-
on fire.
I don't think I've seen him go on fire yet. I think this might be the first time.
Man, it's looking really good for Dorothy now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at this point, if you're Team Rose, you kind of want to be a little higher on the edge, just for lacking that level of knives that Dorothy has.
Yeah. Sure, you want to be ahead here. I don't think you want to go into like the tens, like being even.
No, not for this one.
Heating up.
Yeah, Dorothy is playing that well now.
Yeah, pretty much getting the better of these trade-offs here over time. But looks like Team Rose
Heating up.
evening things back out yet again.
Yeah, not every knife is making that impact here.
No. I
Yeah, now we have a
definitely.
knife again on Dorothy.
Yeah, it definitely helped for that one. But yeah, I mean, you see fairly consistently, knives generally get about 2 kills per, which is definitely something you want to see.
Yep.
Not if you're on Dorothy's. And you definitely don't want to see a spoon taking down a knife either.
Yeah. That fork, the spoon takes down the knife.
Yeah,
That legend didn't make an impact. Yeah, it's still wide open here.
yeah. It's pretty much. This might be another one where it comes right down to the wire as well.
2071
spoon.
here.
Spoon going on fire. There's a crazy
Wow.
streak going on right now. Unheard
Oh
of.
wow.
He's getting lucky break after lucky break.
Woo!
Oh wow, that's what, 7 or 8 out at this point?
Very nice streak here.
Yeah, definitely a huge help for Team Rose with that streak going on. Definitely gonna need a response from Team Dorothy here with the quickly dwindling supply of knives now coming to be a factor.
If you can take this 4 to 5 spread into the 10s, ooh, it's looking really nice here for Rose.
Yes, it really is. Every single knife is gonna have to eke out a ton of kills over on Dorothy's side right now, just to even things out. And maybe we're
But
starting to see
Dorothy
it
coming
here.
back here.
Even take it down with Sonic Head. Ooh.
Sonic Head not making the impact today, huh?
No, I haven't really seen it. Usually that's the momentum breaker, but
Yep,
haven't really seen him today so far. Dorothy coming back to even things out with Team Rose
Back to
here.
even, yep.
Back to these. A lot of flippings happening this matchup.
Fully baked.
It's like,
1366 going on an absolute rampage here.
oh yeah, completely. I think that was what, 5 or 6 utensils in a row. Definitely much needed on Dorothy's side.
But
Oh.
Rose coming back, evening it out yet again.
Yeah, 2770 coming in just with the coming on fire right from the get-go.
Wow,
Now, this is
really close here.
this is really coming down to it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now with the 8 and 6 utensils remaining, anyone's game. Not too many knives on deck on Dorothy's side, and not too many knives on Team Rose's side either. So this might just come
This
down
is
to
looking-
pure RNG, bro.
So not too many, yeah, I don't see any knives here coming in.
No, I think we're all out of knives on Team Rose's side. And I think we're out of knives on Dorothy's as well.
Wow, the legend just goes right away.
Oof, hate to see it. We are down to it. 3 versus 2.
There's a knife, and it's gone!
And the knife didn't even make it. Oh, it's not looking good for Dorothy. What is going to happen here? Team Rose might be coming in clutch here. Oh, it's coming down to another one. Oh, it's going to come down to the last one again. Who's it going to be? And it's Team Dorothy. Woo!
Wow.
Oh, that sombrero coming in clutch. Coming in and getting 4 eliminations in a row at the very end. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Basically the exact opposite we saw around before, in a way. Congratulations, Team Dorothy. I mean, what a final. I mean, amazing. I gotta say, I was a little bit Team Rose here, but that matchup was rewarding to watch. That was fantastic.
Oh yeah, that's literally as close as it gets. Just the final 2 utensils on each team, just duking out for 1 coin flip. Oh my gosh. Woo! Man, Team Rose, couple great matches there in a row there, going down to the final utensil each time. Oof.
Oh. And that's the second win, I want to say.
For Team Dorothy, I think so.
Isn't it?
For this season, I believe. It could vary. Yeah, I think so. Second win for this season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it is. We'll have to check the records, the Hall of Fame, to make sure. But I think it is the second Team Dorothy victory for this season.
Oh yeah, you won week 1. And we had beef, then we had whack me, then we had 1 win. What a nice showing here from Rose. I mean, fantastic, right? I wouldn't change anything on that team for next week. That just looked really good what they were doing here. They should have closed it out, but they didn't. They weren't able to. Fantastic.
Yeah, great showing, absolutely. And yeah, I think Team Rose is 100% can be a very strong contender. And especially taking Dorothy down to the final utensil, even with a knife background, that's definitely a great performance.
Whew. All right. A deep breath.
Yes.
Choose our random utensil that's going to win 1.2 Solana.
Yes.
Let's start our random picker. Oh, that's not the one. It's my random picker.
Oh, that's right. You got your
Better
streak.
one. Oh, this is the one. Alright, I'm gonna load all utensils. It's all 456 utensils loaded in here. And we're going to pick one. We ready for this?
Yeah,
We
let's
are.
do it.
And oh, I turn off my ad blocker. It's 1052.
1052?
Yeah,
Who's
1052. So let's see who 1052 is. It's a champion. That's nice. I always like to see champions win. And let's take a look at the chat.
Ooh, that looks familiar. I think that might. That's not mine, is it?
1052.
Bye,
again? You gotta be kidding me.
God. how many
Wow.
utensils does I have? He's just. Well, that makes up for him never winning, I guess. Oh my
Crazy.
goodness.
Not
Again.
listed, is it, right?
I don't think so. I guess we could check.
Yeah. I was gonna say, because if it's listed, you buy it, you get 1.2 Solana.
Yeah, right.
No, this is of course snapshotted. So congratulations, Spy, 1.2 Solana going your way tomorrow morning, and that leaves us with who is the MVP?
So our MVP was 100% whoever got that 17 kills in a row. I'm pretty sure that this would belong to Nibor. What a crazy showing that one guy. I've never seen 17 kills in a one single dinner party round.
Yeah.
That's absolutely amazing. 17 kills.
So 1.2 Solana going to Nibor tomorrow morning, and yeah, all the other prizes, of course, also being sent out tomorrow. We're gonna send what is it? 25% to the second place team, 55% to the first place team, and wow, yeah, what great matchups we see. Honestly, I do not mind if we do see any don't see any big changes in the playing field for the next weeks, because I think this is so great. I mean, we have so many teams in the 40s, 50s. We have one outliner junkie team. Maybe 160 team for next week would be great, but I love it. I mean, all the matchups look really good. Fantastic.
Yeah, every single matchup, I mean, so many of these could be championship rounds all into themselves, pretty much. And yeah, it's great seeing so many close matches. Like the balancing still is very strong, even with the larger variance of teams. And I love to see it.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, man. Oh,
All right.
well, I think
Good.
that takes care of all of our business for the day, doesn't it?
It does. Well, as always, we thank everyone who joined us in the chat and here on Twitch, and everyone who's gonna watch the replay. It was a good time, as always.
Always a good time.
We're gonna have our next dinner party in 2 weeks, which is
The 2nd of
2nd
August.
of August. Exactly.
Man, August already. Whew, time is flying.
I know.
Absolutely crazy.
In week 8.
Week 8. Wow. I don't think everyone's made it to week 8. We're forging new territory here, bud. Oh.
And it seems like Nibor also won the baby Sporkolite on the raffle. Congratulations for that. That was our EAT test raffle, and more to come, of course. Yeah, I mean, we do want to raffle that 1/1 legendary, of course, and it's gonna come.
Yes.
Just waiting for the right time to do it, create a little bit of hype and bring maybe some people in that are interested as well. But it's definitely gonna come, promise. Pinky promise.
Yes.
Mm,
We gotta get rid of these one-on-ones.
yeah. All right, we close it out. Any final word from you, Keso?
No, but thanks for tuning in. Thanks for staking, and everyone on Team Rose and Team Dorothy. Hope you like your nice little good morning payout tomorrow. Whenever Science gets to divvying those things out. I know I'm
Exactly.
looking forward to it.
Very nice. All right, everyone. See you in 2 weeks.
Alright, see you all in 2 weeks. Ciao for
And
now.
ciao for now.